Hey guys, Nick from One Guitarist. Today I'm going to look at four different cameras that I'm going to use and show you. I have more, but just four different ones I'm going to show you today for different vlogging purposes. Everything from the crappiest old smartphone I have and something even older than that to the current new Fuji X-T2 that I use for this, and show you different video clips on here. Kind of comparison as to the different quality in not just audio, but video as well too, so stay tuned. So as I mentioned in a previous show, this Fuji X-T2 that I use for all of my videos, for the most part, I do use this iPhone X every now and then for some B-roll. If I'm at a party and I don't have this camera on me, which I have most of the time, but if I don't have it, I'll always have that iPhone on me, and I always use that when I can. It takes great video. It takes 4K video. It does really good slow motion, has good time-lapse. Most of the majority of time-lapse that you see when I'm driving or moving somewhere, that's just this phone, because it's easier to hang from my mirror than it is that the camera. A lot of people I see on different YouTube groups, they talk about, well, I'd like to be able to do more, but what kind of camera do I need? I need expensive gear. You don't need any expensive gear. You can just use whatever you have. As long as it's capable of taking video, you can do a decent channel, and the majority of its content anyways, how you use it, if you have some cool lighting, like have these LED lights or something, or a cool scene, or just something like a plain wall behind you, but as long as you use it effectively, all you need is some kind of video gear to capture it. You don't need an expensive DSLR setup or anything. So in any case, this right now is being shot with my iPhone X. It's about arm's length away from me, and it's like I talked about before, when I usually shoot things, I like to have something eye level a little bit higher because it's a better shot behind you. So that's part of it. It's actually setting up the camera for you want it. Now right now I do not have an external audio on this. This is just the default microphone for this, which isn't too bad. I'm also using the rear camera, so I don't have it in selfie mode, because I don't like, if you watch any of my stuff, I can't stand selfie screens. And besides that, the selfie screen on cameras are usually a much lesser resolution, and they're not as good in photo quality or video quality for low light or for different colors. So it's a better quality if I use the rear camera anyways. I'm just looking right at the thing. I don't see myself in any kind of a selfie screen. So enough about the iPhone X. I'm going to shoot to a few different cameras and show you what the difference is. This video right here is being shot with my banged up, really old Verizon Samsung Galaxy S7. I've had this is about 6 years old. I've had it for more than a few years, and as you can see, it's pretty cracked. It's fallen downstairs. It's hit parking blocks. I don't know how many times it's been to. It's been lost in a tattoo shop in the bottom of the world in Ushuaia, Argentina, and it's got a lot of history to it. However, it's a pretty good camera to start off with, and this is the quality on this. So this isn't too bad. So if this is the only thing you had, and you could probably get a used one of these for 20 bucks. But this is just a good example of it's just an older phone. It was a decent phone when it came out, but it's still an older technology. And if you really want to do something with it, you can still do something. You can still make a decent video out of it. This one has no audio, external audio. This is just the default mic, and just the 1080p setting at 30 frames per second. And that's this one. So let's take a look at one of the other cameras. Now this being shot right now, this is my Canon, this is like about 10 years old. This is my Canon ELPH PowerShot HS 100HS. This one I paid $110 for like about 10 years ago when I went to South by Southwest, and when I was taking a trip to India. I wanted a nice, decent, I didn't want to spend a lot of money at the time, but I wanted a nice, decent pocket point and shoot that I could take videos for, and I've used this extensive. I've had this all over the place. I've taken it to Argentina and India more than a few times, and all over the United States for a lot of trips. So I've taken out probably 15,000 photos or something like that on this one. This is, if you buy this used, it's still a pretty good camera. It's you could probably get this for $20 off eBay or something. But this is just an extra one I had laying around the house. And this is just the default video setting. Again, there's no external mic on this. It's just the default mic that's on here, and it's just the exact same setting on the same tripod that I have everything else on here set up. So this is a good example of the lowest quality thing that I have right now. That I had my hands on. It's in the house. I don't think I have an older camera that actually takes videos. And now we're back to the Fuji X-T2. This is what I use for the majority of work on this channel. At least 43 out of the last 46 videos. Although I do use the iPhone X sometimes for some B-roll and some small stuff, but this is the main one I use. And this one I do have an external mic. I have the Movo XVR 10 mini boom mic on here, which I love. This one I use most of the time. So that's my comparison of the four different video taking devices that I have that you could use for, anybody could use for vlogging for video purposes, with some demos of them. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you see a huge difference between this Fuji X-T2 and some of the other cameras I used. And if you think that it makes a big difference, if you don't think it makes a big difference, let me know. If you have like a smaller camera that you're thinking of updating, maybe you could talk about some tips on how to make it better and how to make your video quality better if you'd like to. So leave me some comments, let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to see more comparison videos like this. And that's about it. So thanks again. I'll see you in the next video.